morning. It's my birthday today, and I'm out here doing some touch-up spraying on a farm. And there was, for some reason, some of the inroads still have some junk coming through them. So I went ahead and sprayed them, and I was going to go golfing today, like I said, but now my buddy's sick. So we're not golfing, so I guess I will work all day today. But anyway, this is the video, not much going on. We should be in corn next week. I'm thinking towards the middle, later stage of next week, we might open up a field just to get the combine going. Try it, see where we're at. I don't think our early corn is going to do that good, so you're not going to see big numbers, but it might surprise us. So, see you later. I want to give my boy a shout out at the Pete store in North Carolina. Thank you for your help. I certainly do appreciate it. Good morning. I got a spot spray, about 1 tank of our soybeans. I got just around some edges of the field. There's a couple spots here and there that some grass or a couple weeds are coming in. So back, the boss lady called me while I was trying to do it. But anyway, I got to spray around. Hit up a couple fields. It probably only take about a half tank, but I'm going to put a full tank on it way we get some corn out. And I got some little patches here and there before we put wheat in. I'm going to hit that too, so. Loading her up. That's what's happening on a Monday morning. Look at this boy go. He's bumping out one of the Peterbilts. That's the before, and that's after. Look at the difference. Here, say it again, I turned it off.
What you got to do when you have a Peterbilt.
That's right.
You got to shine them up.
That's the before and after. It's 23 now. We'll see what this other stuff is. What the fungicide corn says. It's probably like 25, 26.
That wasn't too bad. That, I mean,
No. Whether or not much of a difference. Another point. Look at this boy go. He's bumping out one of the Peterbilts. That's the before, and that's after. Look at the difference. Here, say it again, I turned it off.
What you got to do when you have a Peterbilt.
That's right.
You got to shine them up.
All right, so I'm out here checking the wheat beans. They are, I don't know where I was at here because the camera cut off, but you got pods coming all the way up to the tops. You got tons of pods on them. They look good and they're tall. Like I said, when you get out here, they're already up to here on me. And they still got let's see, September, October, yeah, 2 more months of growing, filling the pods out. I do got a little bit of corn coming up here and there on this farm. This is the first farm we started on. And the problem with that is these are treated beans. They are a Seed Consultant 4-6. And in our area, we can plant a later variety because they're the way the weather is. But like I said, lots of pods on them all the way down, good and tall. So I'm hoping that they make, I don't see any aphids. I see some guys on YouTube showing tons of aphids out west. I don't know if that's just something out there or what, but we don't have any aphids. I sprayed them early with Liberty and Roundup, And of course, that's deliberately lean corn that's in there, so it didn't kill it. But I think what happened was when we got treated beans, they put the treated beans in the, you know, the empty corn boxes. And I know when I opened up the chute to put them in the tender, a little bit of corn come out first. Once that comes out and it gets shot up in there, you're pretty much screwed. But it doesn't hurt anything. It's just a little eyesore. But it's not worth, you know, beans are $9 now. And I know you can use that clethodone to kill it. But I'm not going to run over all them beans because people that ride by are saying, oh, look, he's not spraying right. You do yours, I do mine. It's not going to amount to nothing. It's just a visual look. It's just a little bit here and there. This farm right here is the worst because this is where we started at. All the other farms don't have any on it. So my home farm is where it looks the worst. You can see it, but it's not going to matter. It's not going to add up to nothing. It's not going to hurt nothing, but I'm not going to take the sprayer and run over all these beans just to kill that little bit of corn. And then soybeans are $9. And we got the farm cat, Miss Kitty. She's checking up on me. But soybeans are down to $9. Chemicals expensive, and that corn's not going to amount to nothing. So if people think it looks like crap, it does look like crap. But you know, it is what it is. I'm not going to run over $9 beans all over the field to kill something that's not going to matter anyway. Beans are beautiful. I mean, just as tall, real pretty beans. And yeah, so I'm going to try to get every bean out of them I can. Now, if I was going to be spraying fungicide and everything else on them, which next year I might try some on some beans to see what it does, but not this year with the prices and everything. But next year I would like to try some fungicide on some beans. I put fungicide on 1, 2, 3 separate fields, and when I went out and pulled some ears of corn, it just felt like a heavier cob. Now I took fungicide field, two cobs, 2 ears up at the granary today, or early 104 day, because it's starting to get kind of ready. And then I took 2 ears, same variety, planted the same day, that weren't fungicide, up there, and they both went 23%. So it doesn't really keep it going longer, according to the moisture tester. It was the same moisture, so they both went 23%. You'll see it on here. And so maybe by the end of next week, hopefully, we'll start, if anything, get the combine in there and open up a field and get some inrows off, get a load out, take it in, see what it's doing. If you see this field right here, this is a later planted field. I don't have it 1, 2. There's just a couple corns out here, so it kind of faded away once I started out there and worked my way around. It's like a U-shaped farm, and by the time I got over here, there was hardly anything. But beans look good. Here's the other side of the farm. Now look at all them pods. Nice looking pods. They're still bringing pods up. Looks good. I don't see any insect damage, very little. Maybe on the edges here of the driveway you might see some, but I mean, nice looking beans. So we'll see what they do later on in the year. Our main focus is going to be on the corn right now, but I mean, the beans are very nice. And you can see we had a lot of rain. This is like a little wet area that drains down. It drains from the house in here. Well, I used to have it so it drained that way, and I don't know if doing something with the land, now it drains this way to this. There's a ditch over here, but I need to get it to drain back that way, because you can see where it stunted it a little bit, and then the beans go back up to your chest over here, rest of the field. So I have to work on that in the off season. This will be corn next year. It'd be tough on farmers this year with the prices, the inputs, everything. Try to make it. I know it's going to be tough on us. Hopefully we get through it. I'm sure we will. We try to not spend as much as what you see other people doing with chemicals and everything else. But the prices, I mean, I think we're going to have decent yields. I think the only corn yield that's actually going to hurt is the very first corn. But even the guys at the granary today, they were like, man, for 2 months of no rain, that corn looks good. And I said, yeah, it does. I mean, it's probably 150 bushel corn. It's not 200 bushel corn. I think the later corn is going to go closer to 200. Look, she's following me. She keeps an eye on you outside. She followed me all around this farm if I walked around it. She used to be a wildcat. She'd never let you pet her, and we ended up catching her and getting her fixed, and now she loves us death. Now she'll let you pet all over her and everything. Except for when you're videoing her, and then she gets like that. I got a gray male up here somewhere, a ghost. He's gotten to the point, he used to be real mean and skittish. Now we gotten to the point where we can actually pet him a lot now. So, but yeah, that's the crop update. Hopefully get in there next week and open up a field, see what it's running, at least get the inrows off, maybe a couple loads, see what it's doing, and then it'll probably be following week, be full swing, get started. This year with the rain, we were wet going into planting, and then it rained during planting, so it was like you planted, you stop, you planted, you stop. So we're kind of spread out on our corn this year, as far as when it was put in the ground. So, but the later stuff is definitely gonna, normally it's the early stuff outperforms, but this year the drought came earlier and it really affected the earlier stuff. I'm just glad we're gonna have something. It's probably not gonna be enough, but we'll have something anyway. Guys with irrigation, it definitely paid off this year. Of course, they might be paying a lot to run it, but it saved their crop. So, but we're definitely not going to have like the Midwest. You keep talking about 250 plus bushel corn, average. That's not going to happen here. Maybe some people, maybe some later planted stuff, but you never know. But the beans look good. Of course, it's getting dry now. We haven't had a rain in a while. So we're probably going to need a rain. I spot sprayed this morning or yesterday morning. Here, did a couple pieces here and some other places. And then there's one other farm. I think I got like 640 gallons left on the sprayer. And I got another farm that I could probably do a little spots. It seems like the inrows, I don't know if it's because the deer create all these open spots or what it is. It's like the inrows, or a couple of the inrows need to be sprayed again. So I might go do that, but tomorrow's my birthday and I might go do that in the morning. I'm not sure, but I know we got golf at Rum Point at 12:30. My buddy Tom and Anna's taking me, so we're gonna go play there, and then I think the next day we're gonna go play up at Selbyville at Bay Creek or somewhere, some Jack and Nicholas course. We're gonna go play. We've been playing a lot of golf this summer. We've been trying to get it in before harvest gets here. So other than that, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So yeah.